All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back again with another uh, Judge Joe Brown interview on the Art of Dialogue channel, which I'll leave in the description so you guys can check out more and even subscribe. Judge Joe Brown finally exposes why his show ended. They wanted me to promote certain agendas. All right, let's check this out, man. Appreciate y'all. We ain't gonna waste no more time. Let's jump right into it.
Yeah, well said. Great points, man. But I gotta ask you about the Judge Joe Brown show. Why did that show end, if you don't mind me asking, respectfully?
15 years, and they owed me $28 million and wanted me to take an IOU. And what was going on is a lot of chicanery happening. I had a contract that said I got 45% of the unadjusted gross. The stockholders newsletter for CBS said I was their most profitable show, and they listed the amount of money I was bringing in, and I wanted my 45% of it. And they started talking about what happened and started going through all kinds of changes. So every year I had to go through this in and out of them stealing money. And then at this point in time, see, I was in a special unit of CBS. It consisted of Dr. Phil, Oprah Winfrey, Judge Judy, and Judge Joe Brown. And there was a guy named Roger King who discovered Oprah and Phil that CBS brought in when he brought in Phil and Oprah, and they gave him me and Judy. He called me to a side and he said, man, they're doing you wrong. See, he wasn't a Hollywood type. He was a former pro football player, and he inherited this from his dad, who invented.
That's key right there. He wasn't a Hollywood type. That is very, very important right there. Because, hey, we already know about Hollyweird.
TV syndication. He said, I don't like what I'm seeing. I'm going to fix this up. So the last 4 or 5 years, I was beating Oprah every day in the rating. Well, Phil every day in the ratings, and Oprah every week in the ratings. But Oprah's the superstar, not Judge Brown. CBS was saying I was their most profitable show and was greatly responsible for 14 consecutive quarters of increased profit, the last 4 of which were the most profitable in the entire history of CBS, thanks to me. And then when I'm confronting to them, they want to give me an IOU for $28 million. What happened to the $28 million? Well, they found out that the first CEO we had embezzled $25 million, and they didn't want the stockholders to find out about the theft. Next thing, they brought in some junior executives who come into a show that has been a hit for 12, 13 years, but they have nothing that they can claim as fame. So what they were doing was embezzling money to use to finance shows that they were setting up, every one of which was a flop. So I was over retirement age. I said, hey, I'm over 65, to hell with this. I'm retiring. I don't have to deal with this. So I hired a lawyer. I paid him all the retainers. It was interesting. He also represented some other prominent figures, but I got all my retainer checks returned from his law firm because he turned up missing, and that was 12 years ago, and nobody's seen him since. They think he's dead.
Damn.
So I don't like Mission Impossible. What they were doing was diverting money that I was supposed to get a percentage of to finance the distribution for all of the Tom Cruise Mission Impossible movies. It was like, where's my money? So in order to get your money, you have a contract provision that says you have a right to an independent audit, but the independent audit costs you $150,000, and it takes about 2 years to do. You have to wait in line. So what they'd always...
Hey, man, there's a lot of wisdom in here. I mean, this dude just spilling it all. He, like, do you know how much you would have to been through and seen to be able to just keep going on like this? He ain't stumbling over his word. He's not going, like, it's just coming out. It's just coming out. Damn.
do is get with your agent. Hey, if he drops this, we'll give him a more lucrative deal. So at one point, they were holding me out as the highest paid man in Hollywood, white or black. So I started
Really?
saying, where's the money? You know, I'm getting a lot of it, but where's the rest of it? So when they wanted me to take an IOU of 28 million, I said, go to hell. And then they wanted me to take a so-called cut because the ratings are down. I said, everybody is down, but me and Judy are running neck and neck for the #1 syndicated show in the country. So that's all relative. And then coming in third would be Wheel of Fortune. Sometimes it would ramp up so it was beating the both of us. So I'm #1, #2, #3 TV show in America. And I'm getting somebody telling me that we don't know where your money is. Oh, hell no. I'm tired of this. So that's why we left. And then the other thing was they wanted me to push this rainbow stuff. I said, I don't care what you guys do with yourselves. That's your business. But I'm not going to push it.
What do you
So
mean?
then they kept trying to sabotage me. And let me tell you, the sabotage was dangerous. I got an offer from Wells Fargo to take 6 mortgages and consolidate them and give me less than 0.5% fixed interest rate. Hell, that's good. Not even 10%, not 6, not 4, but 0.5%. So hell yes. So I filled out the forms. Next thing I know, here's the FBI. What the hell? You made a knowingly false statement on a federal form that asks you, were you now or have you been in the last 5 years subject of a pending lawsuit? Not that I know of. What had happened? 7 times I'd been sued along with CBS, and they intercepted the lawsuit and didn't tell me. And they have somebody representing me like I hired them in court, and I don't even know they're doing it. And they're confessing me to doing something that the state Supreme Court said all of us would go to jail for if we actually did it. So I jacked their ass up. I just said, oh, hell no. And then excuse me, who are you? This is the Attorney General's office for the state of so-and-so. Well, may I help you? Yes, you're unauthorized practice of law. What unauthorized practice of law? These bozos had hooked up with a legal form company, and they had a thing in there saying, ask the judge a question, and he will answer it personally. Question: my neighbor has 7 trees that border my driveway. He won't trim them, and they keep dropping branches in my drive. What shall I do? He's always gone on business. Answer: I would ask him politely to move them, and if he doesn't, hire a tree cutting firm and cut his trees down while he's out of town. That's way wrong, and I didn't say it, but somebody's getting me for unauthorized practice of law because these clowns did it in my name. It was dangerous what they'd come up and do, and you didn't know about it.
Boy, hey, the last thing you could do is play with somebody's money. Saying like, hey, you are the highest rating and most paid person on TV right now. Oh yeah? I ain't seeing none of it. Wow, man. You learn something new every day. You know, I used to see his show, Judge Judy, Judge Mathis. Well, the people that used to come in that courtroom, I tell you, man. But that's super messed up, man. If you're saying that this dude was supposedly making all this money, he ain't seeing it. It's like they was working him, but not paying him. And he be talking. It's look, watching these videos, it's kind of difficult to just keep pausing every 5 to 10 seconds. I want to let the man just talk, but he is going on. I was expecting more questions this time, but I expected more questions from the interviewer, but they just letting him go. Letting him go. I wonder how long the total interview is, because there's so many little like videos within the video like that they broke up. But again, man, did y'all know that they did him dirty like that? Saying he was doing better than Oprah and Dr. Phil, but wasn't getting that Oprah money? All right, peace out.